green light. Show them what you got.
Hello.
All right, welcome to New World Sim Racing Multi-Class Monday. Two 25-minute races from Oulton Park in good old glorious England. Not so glorious today though, is it? Eh? Not so bloody glorious today. Ugh. I may mention yesterday's events more than once during tonight's broadcast. I warn you now, you know. Let me know what you thought of the game, if it interests you. If you do hear me start to cry, don't worry. I'll be fine. I have everything I need here to survive. We'll be good. We'll be good here. So yeah, New World Sim Racing, Oulton Park. Let's take a look at the track map for this evening's festivities. Track map for Oulton Park. Turn 1. Kind of a mid-speed right-hander. Old Hall Corner. Down the avenue. A little kink in the road there. Turn 2. Denton's. Down to Turn 3. Cascades. Quite a fun corner, that one. I quite like Cascades. Then you got through Lakeside to Turn 4, really fast left-hander. If you run wide there, you are off, and it is hard to stop before the wall dead ahead of you, which is at Turn 5, Shell Oil's Corner. Sponsorship. Anyway, up through Turn 6 to the chicane, which is Turn 7 through 9, technically, Britain's. Up the hilltop to Turn 10 and 11, Hislops. Another chicane there. Turn 12, Knickerbrook, which is an awkward right-hander, can really catch people out quite easily. Can get a bit bumpy on the exit there if you're not careful as well, and very easy to lose the car. Up through Turn 13 and 14, which is Clay Hill and Water Tower, respectively, to Druids Corner, Turn 15, and then along Warwick Bridge to Lodge Corner, around that, and then that last little kink before the start-finish line, Deer Leap, and that is Oulton Park. So, as stated, I'm a little salty today, you know? I'm a little salty. If you're in the chat, say hello, or don't. It's up to you. I don't even care. Actually, that's a lie. I want to know you're there. I want to know that you're watching. I want to know that you care. You know? Come on. Where are you? Let's be having you. Anyway, what's up, Victor? How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said hello. I love it. I love it. All right. As always, I am joined in the commentary box on a Monday by my guest co-commentator, and he comes with his own music, his own entrance music. Some say that his teeth glow in the dark. Some say his earwax tastes like Turkish delight. Some say that when he slows down, brake lights come on his buttocks. And some say that if he'd been the manager of the England football squad yesterday, he wouldn't have been a feckless bunch of penalty-missing buffoons and ruined it for all of us. All I know is he's my non-Italian friend, and yours, Thiago Alves. Thiago.
People. I am genuinely afraid of this man tonight.
I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. I am afraid for my life. If you don't see me again, I was either kidnapped or killed.
How are you doing this evening, Tiago?
I am doing absolutely great, brother.
Yeah.
I would ask how are you, but I do know that answer. Let's keep rolling.
You know, I'm good, man. I'm good considering, all things considered. I got a lot of it off my chest on my stream last night.
Good.
You know, I'm going to make some jokes about it because it is, you know, it's pretty funny for everybody else, just not for me. You know? So, hey, at least we're racing at Oulton Park, where you can spot many sad fans around the track as you watch that Gt4 Janetta making its way around, driven by Dylan Sauer. And yeah, if you look closer, you'll see a lot of unhappy faces in the crowd, and quite frankly, it's very understandable.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, you know, yesterday.
What happened?
Well,
What happened?
you know what happened. You know what
Yeah, I
happened.
do. Okay.
What's up, Hugo? Good to see you there in the chat. Mumera as well in the chat. Oh, Victor goes straight in there with the "It's coming Rome" comment. There it is, and there it is, and there it is.
Victor, I would tread very carefully from now on. He's not a really approachable man. You should really take this into consideration.
Yeah, you know what? These things happen, Tiago, and I've been there many times. Do you know what? My daughter is 11 years old, and she texted me yesterday and said, I watched it. She said, I cried at the end. And I said, welcome to being English. That's it. It's a hard knock life.
That's pretty sad, man. Sad to see that.
Yeah, I mean it is, but you know she's got to learn. You know, it's she's got to learn that this is what happens when you support England. You know, it's like get ready for a lifetime of disappointment.
In the end, it was a lesson.
Yeah.
Lifelong lesson.
Yeah. Just get ready for lifelong disappointment. It's not that bad. You know, could be worse.
That's sad, man. Oh, poor girl. Buy her a treat tonight if you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I will do that.
PSN, a treat. I don't know.
You took a few seconds of silence last night in between laughing. Okay, Hugo. Well, I'm glad I didn't show up because, yeah, I mean, it wasn't quite the evening I had in mind. I did, like I said, I did vent about it quite a bit last night on my stream, and, you know, it won't be the end of it. At least we don't have a 2-year wait for the World Cup. We have the World Cup next year. Hey, Blaine. Good to see you, man. Good evening. Good evening. How'd the game go yesterday? Oh, aren't you a funny bastard? There's so many comedians in the group. Oh, I love it. I just love it.
Cuss him.
Yeah.
Cuss the shit out of him.
I will say this. Had the track tonight been Monza or Misano, I wouldn't be here.
There's Imola as well, just so you.
Or instead of this lovely picture that you're seeing of the cars making their way around the track, warming up in free practice, you would just see a skull and crossbones flag. That's it. That's all you'd see.
Fired flag.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing more. Nothing more. So anyway, Oulton Park, Tiago, what are your thoughts about this racetrack?
It's an English track, so I'm not gonna do many jokes because
So it's a track for losers. Yeah? Is that what you're saying?
If I say this, I'm probably dead in 15, 30 minutes, so I'm not gonna say that.
No, you're in Brazil. I can't reach you from here.
I don't know, I have contacts.
So Hugo said it's going to be disappointing.
Oh my god, no. Don't be mean to Milo, man. Like, it's a very fast track. It's as bumpy as my road. Like, there's no, like, asphalt reconstruction in there, apparently.
I had a really rough time here in the Pint season 4. What season are we on now? 5 or 6?
I would say 5.
We're on 5, right? Yeah, so season 4, we had the 3 new British tracks in there, I think, right? Except Snetterton. No, maybe we didn't have Snetterton. Anyway,
thank God.
We did Oulton, and I really struggled here in the McLaren at that particular event. I found it tough, a tough combination, but, you know, I say that on almost every track I drive at, so what are you going to do?
It's a speed, it's a bumpy track, and the McLaren has some like huge weight shift problems. So one adds to the other, and you face the wall really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to ask, Blaine, you're driving the Lexus tonight. I see you're in the chat there. Have you driven the McLaren at Oulton? And if so, how do you find it? Let me know. Answers on a postcard or in the chat. In the chat would be preferable, because then we can read them today. Look at me being funny. I'm a funny man today.
Oh, you like just saw it. I'm a funny man, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys hear it?
Exactly.
Who's this knobhead?
Fucking
What? Who said that?
I don't know. It was my brother.
Yeah, so anyway, moving on to this evening. We've got a good mixture. Do we have a good mixture tonight or what? 13 competitors, fierce competitors, and a mixture, mostly GT4s tonight though. Mostly GT4s. Castro in the AMG. Lukey in the Porsche. He loves a Porsche, that man. Eric Groom is in the Maserati. Sauer in the Ginetta. Kohout in the Aston. Saidi also in the Maserati, so interesting car choice.
That's a word.
Miller in the Alpine, and Hopkins also in the Porsche, along with Lukey, so that should be a fun one. Oh, and Alvarado in the KTM, just down at the bottom of my list there. So we'll see how they get on in the GT4s around Oulton. I did a Gt4 Endurance Race, actually. I was in the Aston GT4 for that. How
did you find it?
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, I have to say. Just the rain made it tricky. We had some rain, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And over...
Fours are good on me,
Yeah. Hey, Movana. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Moving over to the GT3 category, we have Kenteya in the Honda this evening.
Oof.
Here he is with the yellow and black livery. Chimilio in the GTR. Don't think I've seen him drive the GTR before, so it's going to be interesting. See how he does. See how he gets on in the Nissan. And we have Blaine Hall in the Lexus, and Chris aka Brendan, and Chris Turner also in the Lexus, both with the same livery. It's going to be confusing as hell for the commentators. Won't somebody think of the commentators?
Can I throw a curveball and say that Brendan Hall actually killed us in Italy, aka Monza?
Yes, in the team race.
He did. Just facts. You do what you want, but those are facts.
Well, no, I mean the original Sandman is here in the commentary box with me. No commentary / racing tonight, guys. We did that last week. It was fun. Was that last week? It was last week, Tiago, right? I feel like it was.
It was last week. Yeah,
it was last week. Yeah, and
super fun.
For those of you in the community or not in the community, we do have team races coming up. We got a 3-hour Laguna endurance event. Guys are pairing up, and I believe I am teaming up with Mr. Blackout 81 in an all-English team. Car 81, because that's our birth year. We share the same birth year. A great vintage year, you might say, Tiago.
Can't confirm or deny that, but keep going.
And we got this Hall just taking a little break at the side of the track there.
This time he managed not to kill the guy ahead. That's good.
One thing I do need to see, just in the background, Tiago, can you share your screen for me in the commentary box?
I am doing just that.
You are? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna hit the button for that.
It's my pleasure.
Lovely.
Trying to cheer you up. I'm trying to do some British accent.
I'm cheery. Ish. Ish. You know? I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna... Let's see if this is working, shall we? Oh no. Replay scene is broken. Let's go here. Replay scene. Properties. We want this one. Should have set that up beforehand. No dead stream. That was just me trying to fix something. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, back at Oulton, qualifying about to start. Hurrah, huzzah, huzzah. I'm so excited. Can you tell? Can you tell?
Like the joy is dripping from her voice, man.
Yeah. Gee. You're about to say there's no audio?
Oh.
Yeah. We're good. English people, am I right? Can't penalty kick, can't set up streams. Hey, the stream was set up. It's just Tiago's screen that I was missing, guys. All right, give me a bloody break, man. All right, we are going to take a look at the GT4s as they head out on track. Oh, weird camera angle there. Here we go. Okay, so Castro in the AMG pink and white out on track. All the GT4s now. Sidey's still in the pits, and he's just leaving now. So every GT4 is on track for the first 10 minutes, I'm going to assume. Tiago, what do you think?
We will have a very interesting battle where I believe we will be the front of the grid with two Maseratis from Saidi and Groom, and Nicolas Alvarado in the garbage box. So this will be interesting all race long, both races, I believe.
Yeah, it will do. It definitely will do. I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the last time out, not the team race that we did last week, but the week before. The GT4s had an excellent battle in race 2, and we spent a lot of race 2 watching that unfold because it was a little bit more exciting than what was going on up in front of them.
Oh yeah, like GT4 right now has fast boys, Nicky Kohut, Luis Castro, which is proving himself a very fast boy. Ferris obviously, Groom obviously, Nick obviously, like some fast boys right there.
Absolutely.
And may I add, thank God there's not so many GT3s in there because it's very hard to overtake blue flags in this track because it's so narrow.
Whilst I was fiddling with the stream settings, by the way, I missed that Gian MC had come into the chat with a skin-on-skin action tonight. We are indeed hoping, as always, for some skin-on-skin.
Oh, damn. Oh.
MSB also coming in with the big wave. What is up, MSB? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome. Everybody that has tuned in so far, good to have you. Sorry about the small technical difficulty. It wouldn't be a Monday Madness without some sort of technical difficulty. You know? It just wouldn't.
Working. That's what matters.
I like Kentea's livery. Look at that. I like that one's good. I'm looking forward to seeing that out on track this evening. Let's see how Alvarado's getting on in the KTM. Pink.
AKA garbage box.
AKA garbage box. You're just not a fan, eh?
Is there a fan out there, any?
You don't know if anyone likes it? Alright. Let's ride on board with Alvarado here. And we'll bring up the mini-map. showing you Oulton as he makes his way around. So a nice lap from the cockpit here with Alvarado on board in the KTM GT4 through turn 1.
How can this man do this kind of lap with the shitbox?
A 143.3 setting the pace at the moment. Kohau about 8 tenths back. Plenty of time left. 5 minutes for the GT4s to do their thing. This fast left-hander, it's very, very fun corner, but yeah, if you get it wrong, you're toast. You have to aim for that little gap in the wall. I've been there, believe me.
Yes. Haven't we all?
Yeah. And then a very awkward chicane, this one. Very, very awkward chicane.
Oh, yeah. The angle for the entry is so odd that sometimes you miss the exit, you miss the middle, you're missing something if you're not cutting.
Yeah, I definitely haven't spent enough time at Oulton to master it in any way whatsoever. I had one fun race here in a McLaren GT4. The GT3 I couldn't get on with, but I was in a random public GT4 race, and I used the McLaren GT4, and it seemed pretty good here, but yeah, that was quite a while ago. As Alvarado...
In the pint, you have an awesome car here.
Yeah.
Mercedes flies in this track. I think you're going to enjoy it so much.
Nice. Alvarado rounds the last corner. I mean, technically, it's not. There's a little kink in the road here that counts as a corner as well. Crosses the line, and he will improve on his time to a 1:42.6. So a second and a half in front of his nearest competitor right now.
Lewis is giving a banger of a lap. Wait.
Yeah.
Lewis P2.
Lewis P2 only a 10th back as well. So a great lap by Lewis there in the Aston. Sorry, in the AMG. My apologies.
Nice.
My apologies. And we got 3 drivers yet to settle up. Let's see how Saidi's getting on with one of the 2 Maseratis out there. Not a fan. Not a fan of the Maserati.
Same question
Take
as the first one.
The mini-map up.
There is a fan. It's called Kenny Kohut.
As always, presented by New World Sim Racing tonight, guys.
Oh, yes.
Look at that.
Kenny Houghton, sorry.
Yes, Kenny Houghton does love the Maserati.
I don't know what he have on his head, but he does. Dylan Zawa's getting some great gains out there. Half a second up.
Absolutely. So 30 has put himself in P6 currently. And Groom, the only one yet to set a lap time. He's out there in that kind of turquoise / pink Maserati. Apart from its, setup tweaks, like what else makes the Maserati a challenge, Tiago?
Not having either traction control or ABS.
Mm-hmm.
If you have low G-Tech brakes, you are toast. Or either you are very good with your brakes or you're toast. Pretty much you're toast.
Gotcha, and then you've got to have some pretty nifty throttle control as well.
Oh, yeah. So much care, almost like a Formula, but the car is obviously way heavier than a Formula, so it's a very tricky car, but can be fast, I may admit.
Yeah, Groom has pipped Saidi by about 4 tenths so far. Still about 2 minutes left, so maybe at 1 lap, maybe 2. They might be able to squeeze out of it from here. It's currently Alvarado still out in P1 in GT4 class. Cultured Leffert comes into the chat. Good evening, Cultured Leffert. Good to see you. We have mentioned yesterday's events a few times. I strongly advise you to listen to the start of the VOD when you have a moment. You might enjoy it, you might not. It was less painful than yesterday, so there's that.
You definitely might not.
Yeah. So Let's see who else. Lukey. Let's take a look at Lukey. He's in the pits right now in that Porsche. He's currently sitting P5, so it looks like his qualifying, he's happy with that. And he is in the pits. Sauer still on track, trying to improve on his time. The only two drivers up on their times right now. Kohout is 4/10 up currently. And it won't be enough to put him into P2 as it stands. And
Did.
Yeah.
He lost the clutch.
He did, yeah. He lost that time, unfortunately. And that'll be the end, I think, of his... No, he could still do another lap. Do one more lap.
I think Lewis is making a challenge.
Saidi currently 3/10 up in the Maserati, with the potential to tuck him. I think he'll still be in 6th as it stands. Let's see if he can finish this lap off. He's dropped to 10th through that section there, as he's heading towards the last part of the track here.
Oh, Lewis is up to something.
Yep. Alvarado also is up, though, currently. Although, nice. I feel like the broadcast software may be either making a mistake or it says he's 3.9 seconds up. So, I'm not quite sure. He must have... Oh, he did, yeah. He must have cut something up. Saidi... Continuing on, you do have Sauer 4/10 up right now on his last lap. The GT3s are joining the track now as the 4s finish up their qualifying stint. And let's take a look here. 4/10 up still. Eric Groom is up quite a way as well on his last lap here. Can he finish this one off through the chicane section? He's currently up 6/10. And he needs it. That'll put him right around the other Maserati if he can finish this lap off. Sauer looking to finish this one off. He's about 3/10 up on his fastest lap. Let's see where that puts him. Could drop him into P3. Oh, Bailey. Oh, Bailey. Sorry, guys. That'll be my dog. And Sauer crosses the line, stays in P4. Saidi in P7. Groom jumped to P6 there. So, and Lukey just sat in the pits, stayed in P5. So nicely done from him. So there's your running order for the GT4 section. Let's check in with the GT3s.
Nice.
Doggo, yeah, no kidding. That'll be my 65-pound Labrador barking at something. Not sure what. Doesn't take much, to be honest. Bless her. Let's have a look at the...
Like wolf, so beautiful.
Let's go to the GT3s here. So only 4 GT3s on track tonight. Not the greatest of showings. But we will keep an eye on them.
Maybe it's a good thing because in my opinion, that's just my opinion, don't take it too seriously, this track is probably more made to GT4s instead of GT3s.
Potentially.
It's a short track, yeah, so way more fun to do it on a GT4 than it is on GT3.
Yeah, it is a fun track. Like I said, I've never really... I've done a couple of events here, and the only GT3 event I did was in the McLaren, and I found it was quite a struggle. I was doing better than I expected, but I remember losing it at the fast left-hander that we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, a bunch of people do.
Unless you're in a Porsche, Tiago, says Mr. B. Good evening, Mr. Blackout81. Good to see you.
The Porsche is a banger in this track. It just flies so high. It's so good.
Nice.
So good. Here in Laguna Seca is like godlike car.
MXTRS, thank you for the follow. Welcome to New World Sim Racing, the home of skin-on-skin action.
This man, MX, he's like 15 years old. He already builds like button boxes and things. He's a very bright young man.
Excellent, excellent. Porsche at Laguna Seca, thanks for the tips. Says Victor, yeah, the Porsche, pretty good there. Mr. Blackout and I have to choose our car for the 3-hour Laguna. We're in discussions. with the various manufacturers, just to see what they can offer us, you know, before we make a decision on what car we're going to be driving. So if you're listening, you know, anyone at Aston or Porsche or wherever, you know, send us your wares.
I also want to point that this damn alien right there in the chat did like 122 in Laguna, maybe 21, I believe, 21 something.
Fast, yes.
Damn alien.
Very fast. What is up, MX? Welcome, welcome. Let's take a look at Blaine Hall then in the Lexus. One of two Lexus on track. Turner also rocking the Lexus here, which I'm pretty sure it's decent here.
Very good. Very stable at least.
And I think the driving I've seen from Blaine, I think he has a good chance of taking a GT3 win here. With only 4 drivers on track, you know, it's only one of them's not going to be in a podium spot. So who's it going to be, you know?
It's a banger because Turner's the model of consistency. He very rarely makes mistakes.
That's right.
Alcantara is a very fast boy, but he's in a Honda, so we'll never know. And Brennan Hall practices like 70 hours a week. So, and he's in a very good car in here because this car eats curves for breakfast. So,
and then interesting to see how Chamilio gets on in the Nissan GTR as well this evening.
Oh yeah, nice. Shimilio's also a very fast boy.
Mm-hmm.
Aston, he's a banger. I've never seen him in this car.
Me neither, yeah.
Very good driver.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen him in anything but the Aston, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I may be wrong on that as we watch these guys. So a 36.2 from Cantea so far in the Honda. And Hall is about 8/10 back right now. Plenty of time left, 4.5 minutes to be exact. Track is optimum. It's 33 degrees on track, so 26 degree ambient temperature. So it's basically a summer's day in England, like a good summer's day. Yeah, the wind apparently is 1 kilometer an hour. I would like to say that's not realistic. Bloody windy.
It's a sad day in England.
What, today?
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a day of mourning. It's a day of mourning today.
It's a sad day.
I'm owning it. I'm owning it. It's.
You know, I love it, but I couldn't get the whole stream without the joke, man. I had to do it. At least one. I'm stopped. I'm finished for the night.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. It's fine.
No, I'm finished. I'm finished. You know I love you, brother.
I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad we're not at Monza or Misano tonight. I wouldn't have been able to take it. I'd have been insufferable.
Yeah.
I would have been insufferable.
Imola would be bad for you and the drivers because Imola sucks.
Actually, yeah, and you know, I've actually got some advice for the drivers tonight from yesterday. Now, if any of the drivers tonight do in fact get a penalty of any kind, don't do a stutter step run up and just hit it like an absolute pansy. Just put your bloody laces through it next time. Crikey. Fucking hell. All right, I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
Go straight and put the ball in the net, man.
Yeah, man. Like, oh. Yeah, no one in a Ferrari or Lambo. Exactly, B. Exactly.
Ferrari or Lambo. That's very good. The Maserati happened.
Yeah, the Maserati's in there. That's okay. We can deal with that. Here's Chamilio in the GTR.
I can enter it as an admin and put a drive-through to each Maserati.
yeah, you could do that. It would be funny, but it would be funny. Yeah. So let's see. What are you watching? Let's have a look at. If I click that, that will take us over to there. Yeah. So.
Paul getting a banger of a lap.
Yeah, I see you're on board there. Live cam. We're calling that live cam 2. We can change that to replay if we want to, but
No, sounds lovely. I'll stay live as soon as we. Oh, Did he miss the lap?
Only 4 in the GT3s tonight, guys. We have a really busy GT4 field. We have 9 GT4s, which are going to be battling out. So we'll probably focus a fair bit on those. Let's see how close the battle is in GT3. The overall there, as you can see, obviously the GT3 is going to be faster. But only 4 people signed up for a GT3 drive at Oulton. It's not a lot of people's favorite track in the GT3s. And the pace... Let's see. Currently, Alvarado was fastest with a 142.6. So,
Wow.
yeah. In the GT4. Right now, Kentaya with a 35.3. Fastest lap for the 4 GT3s. Paul currently sitting with a 36.3. About a second back. We'll see if he can make that up. Chimilio right now, almost a second up on his fastest. So, he can finish this lap off. I wonder what the GTR is like at Oulton.
Dangerous.
Gian says he does 42s in the GT3. You just need some practice then. Like, no worries.
Yeah, Jan plays with the control and he does 221s in Spa, so he's very impressive as well.
Yeah. So Lukey says this is his favorite track in GT3 in the Porsche. Easy win. So he went for the GT4 for a challenge, which I like. I like that. That's really good. Good on you, man. Good on you. GT3 and GT4 pace really close. Yeah, not too much of a gap at least. Choco, what is up? Good to see you.
Choco, welcome.
Welcome.
Shimilio with gains. How will he deal with this?
Yep, 2-second gain, in fact, to finish that off, puts him 3rd on the grid. So, your running order, which we'll get to momentarily. I'm going to switch over to here. I like to do a little bit of free cam work. It's not the cleanest, but what are you going to do? Now, they're going to go on their formation up. Oh, I also need to... I'll change that in a moment. All right, we're good. La 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 la.
We'll go to the overall. That the Lexus has a Gran Turismo logo. What?
So here we are on the grid. You know what? The running order, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I can get it from that screen. No problem. All right, so GT3s. Kentaya in the Honda P1. Lane Hall in the Lexus, the first of 2 Lexus tonight in P2. P3, Chimilio, as we just saw that last lap, a good one there, put him into P3 on the grid. And P4, Chris Turner. And that is your GT3s this evening. I will change the scoreboard on the left there so you can see everything that's going on. In the GT4s, Alvarado P1 in class, Castro P2 in that AMG, pink and white. You cannot miss that one. P3, Kohout. P4, Sauer in the Ginetta. P5, Lukey in the Porsche. P6, Groom in one of 2 Maseratis on track. Saidi in P7 in the other. P8, Miller. And P9 in the other GT4 Porsche is Hopkins. And we are at Oulton Park. And the guys are going to go off on their formation lap. As we we'll just gently pan around to try and not make everybody sick, so we can keep an eye on turn 1 when they come back around.
Yes, very odd Ferry Saidi and Eric Room on the back of the grid, so I will figure they are struggling with the death trap.
With the Maserati?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does not seem to be a favorite.
Saidi has some problems. What's happening?
He's still on the grid? Oh yeah, he is still on the grid.
He got left behind.
He did get left behind. And we'll watch him go through turn 1. He'll go catch the others on the formation lap. And we will await their arrival down to turn 1 here at Oulton Park in the British countryside, where nobody's happy and everybody's sad. You know, Tiago?
It's gonna be okay, man.
Everybody's sad, bro.
I mean, you guys have a bright generation in. that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like in for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Plenty
Yes,
more
too bad
opportunity for
it's finally
disappointment.
no, no. That's gonna be good, man. Like if those young guns did that, imagine like when they actually get mature.
Yeah, like a fine cheese.
Jeez. Maybe wine. Let's use wine.
You want to go with wine? Okay. I mean,
Wine gets better with
I
age.
thought it stunk, so I went with cheese.
Oh,
You know.
oh, that's why I didn't want to go with cheese. Because it's wine, man. It smells delish.
It's
It
gonna be
is
fine.
delicious.
We've always got Qatar. Like honestly, though, think about it. Qatar, the World Cup in Qatar. Do you think that really suits the English, body? Like playing in that heat, it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a struggle, man. I'm telling you.
It is, yeah. I
They
don't
are.
think you English ever faced like 35 degrees in your lives.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one. That one. But you never know. You never
You will
know.
do good. I believe in y'all. If you don't, I do.
I will catch up with chat in a moment, guys. Just give us a minute here as we're waiting for the guys to come down. They're just coming down now towards the start line. Here they come. The GT3's leading the way. I will switch that scoreboard over in a minute so we can see everybody. And we're underway at Oulton Park for the first of two 25-minute races as they hit turn one. The GT3's space apart. Oh no, Kente's off into the wall, and so is Hall, I think. Or was that Chamilio? It might have been Chamilio. Oh my. Oh my.
Let me go to my replay.
Interesting, problematic start there for everybody. Let's go to broadcast. We've got to here. Shift H.
No, Paul lost alone and Shimido lost alone. No killings made.
Oh, they just lost it. You're watching the replay. Do you want to bring the replay up and get it ready, and I'll play that momentarily. Chris Turner currently in P1 in the Lexus to get us underway. The rest of the running order is, so you got Turner P1, Chamilio P2 in the GTR right behind him, and then the GT4's Alvarado leading the way as he was in pole. Castro, Sauer, Kohout, Lukey, Saidi, Groom, Miller, and Hopkins. So the GT4 order is unchanged currently from what I can see. And just the Kantea and Hall that had an issue there, and it was just losing it themselves. So there was no contact, no?
No contact if you want to bring it.
I will. Let's bring up the replay. All right, here is the replay. And actually, what we can do here is go side by side. You'll see the replay on the right there of the start, presented to you by Tiago Alves. Great stuff. On the left, we are watching Turner pull away in the lead. There you go. Oh, yeah, just a little oversteer.
Hard.
Tried to catch it,
Shimido,
and it snapped back.
Shimido just ran wide and didn't catch the car, lost on the way in.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently right now, let me just see here. All right, so Alvarado leading the GT4s. We have Castro about half a second, probably a little bit closer than that right now, back from Alvarado. And then, so Kantea and Hall are climbing back up through the field. I don't think he'll pit. Do you think Kantea will pit for repairs or no?
I wouldn't think so, no. He trusts his car, he trusts himself. I think he'll just get on.
Let's see how his car makes it through the chicane now. As he squeezed past the AMG there of Castro. And now he'll look to pass Alvarado. Here comes the Lexus right behind as well. I just saw a tire go flying as somebody wiped that out. That must have been one of the front runners. And carefully, just here, the GT3 Lexus of Hall squeezes past Alvarado. It's a little close, but they made it. And I'm just going to catch up with chat a little bit as we watch those guys. So now the GT3s, all four of them back at the front of the pack. And we'll have a look a little bit further down where Castro is within 0.2 of Alvarado for the lead in the GT4 class.
Luke lost his car on the second chicane as well. Dangerous place. Dangerous place. He recovered though.
So Blaine did mention in the chat he's never driven the track before tonight and barely driven the car. So yeah, that always makes for an interesting combo.
Oh, yeah.
KTM looks like a frog, says Jan. Hey, what's up, Favaro? Good to see you, man. I will send some kisses for Alves, he says.
What?
Yeah, Favaro.
Oh no. Yeah. 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 Keep rolling, brother. Keep rolling.
He put on a different rim, Blaine says. Paul maybe put on a different rim? Interesting.
Oh. Wait.
What do you got?
Did Blaine forfeit? How is he typing on chat?
No, he's driving.
Oh.
I mean, he does have a keyboard right next to him, I'm assuming.
Man, focus on the racing, man. What?
This battle at the front of the GT4s right now between Alvarado, Castro, and Kohout is getting a little spicy. And much further down here, let's have a look at Hopkins. Bruce Hopkins is in P12. Groom maybe went off somewhere. Don't know if you want to have a little search for that, Tiago. Because he's now... Go on.
No, please go. Luke and Ferris are battling. Let me see.
Luke and Ferris are battling as well. All right, we'll take a look at that. As Groom is trying to get his spot back, but it looks to me like he lost some places. So here is Saidi being chased down by Lukey in the Porsche, and we'll see how this one unfolds. The battle for the front three is really, really close right now. Mainly the front two, though. As Alvarado runs wide in the KTM, that will open the door a little bit for Castro in the AMG. Let's see if he can put some pressure on into turn 3. Just tucks in behind, a little off track there, but nothing too bad. Kick some dirt up, and the three of them will make their way down the straight to the fast left-hander. Safely done. Hard braking into the hairpin, which is it's quite a good hairpin, that one. You can really get some momentum going through there. I quite like that one.
Eric Room lost the car on lap 1 in that turn with 3 apexes.
Say that again, Tiago. Sorry, I was just reading something there, bro.
No problem. Eric Room lost his car on that turn with 3 apexes.
He did. Do you have the replay there? Do you want me to show that?
Yes, I can.
Let me know when you're good to go.
It's good.
It's good? Yeah? Alrighty, here we go. So here's the replay of Groom. So he was... Yeah, I see.
Wound, no fault of any other driver, but...
yeah, lost the rear wheel on rear left onto the grass there, and that was it. No recovery there, so that's great there. Gotta love the replay feature that's now available. We use Discord for that, so it works a treat.
Discord, please sponsor.
Yeah, and Guinness as well, if we're asking for sponsorships.
Guinness, please, Guinness, I love you.
So the front three, interesting battle. Looks like Kohout's just can't quite hang on in the Aston at the moment. Let's see if he closes that gap over the course of the next 17 and a half minutes. Elsewhere on track, we pop back down the list. Groom. Oh, Saidi's now dropped back. So I wonder if he had an issue of his own. Bruce and Eric Groom have jumped into 10th and 11th overall. So maybe an incident there. Oh, and Saidi almost losing it again there. Just went a little squirrely as that rear. You got to keep the rear out of the grass here at Oulton. Doesn't like it.
I do got Saidi's problem.
What do you got for us, Tiago? You ready?
Please, sir.
Alrighty, here we go. Let's have another look at this. Saidi on the right-hand side of your screens. He came down again. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just a little hot into that left-hander. And I'll do Racer X in the house. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, sir.
And yeah, real GT4 battles on track right now, guys. And what a time to switch back to the P1, P2 battle in GT4. It's allowed Kohout to close the distance again. Alvarado still leading, but Castro is hot on his heels.
I see battles. South American battle, if you will. Chilean against Argentina.
Yeah, this is a good one. All three of them for podium positions in GT4. 16 minutes to go, so plenty of racing to be done.
Another point of attention in this track is because of the curbs are made of wood, it's very easy to get punctured onto this track.
Yeah, that's right. There was something that became much more of an issue once they introduced the British track pack.
Yes, I'm kidding. The curbs are not made of wood, but for some reason they do cause punctures like very often, especially in the first chicane.
Yes, they do. So here's Groom trying to climb back. So he's made it past Bruce Hopkins. The Groom 10th overall now, hunting down Lukey ahead of him. Meanwhile, here's Sauer. He's about 4 seconds back from the battle ahead of him. But it is super close between the front two in the GT4 class. Over in the GT3s, not to neglect them at all, Chris Turner out in front, and he will be a tricky one to bring back because of his aforementioned consistency.
Oh yeah, Shimilio's maybe trying like some stunt against Paul.
Oh, weird camera angle there. Okay, nice. Let's have a look. Here is Chimilio. So the other three GT3s are all pretty tight together, as you can see. We're on board with, well, not on board, but we're watching Chimilio in the center of the screen there, and he's trying to find a way past Kenteya and the Honda. So a nice little battle going on here now as well. That's another group of three we can keep our eyes on as they make their way through the second awkward chicane at Oulton Park.
That is an awkward chicane. In the quali is a very good strategy to really just jump those curves and get straight to it. In the races may not be a good strategy because you may get punctures.
Absolutely. Here is the back of Chimilio's car. You can see Hall in the Lexus trying to stay with him, and it's nice and close. So these three doing a good job to make it a race. Now Turner has definitely been able to stretch his lead though, and he's 9 seconds in front. Wow, great drive from Chris Turner right now.
Chris Turner, the model of consistency, he very rarely misses. Very rarely.
Oh, you think he just spun again? Who's that MSB? Saidi. Oh yeah, Saidi's dropped to P13 overall, so he may well have spun again. Yeah, not having a great time.
Bad damage.
Yeah, not having a great time in the Maserati out there. Kenteya overtakes Chimilio. Yeah, what a recovery. Absolutely. This track is tough in a GT3. Definitely is. Yeah, I've definitely had some... Oh! Skin on skin! We have skin on skin. Chimilio is sent flying by Hall's Lexus. Tiago, cue up that replay.
Oh, wow.
My goodness me.
What happened?
Oh, you're spinning out in the corner. That was a punt, says Racer X. Tough in the streets in the chat, man. No holds barred, guys. No holds barred. Tell it like it is. We want to know. Skin on skin.
There I have it.
Mark. Keep pushing.
All right, so as Chimilio is back on track, let's kick over to the GT4s. Still got Alvarado and Castro battling it out as I bring up the replay screen side by side. And here you will see, which turn are they going into where this happened?
In the fast left-hander, I don't think playing Hall
No lift.
saw that Chimilio wanted it.
Ah, yeah.
It was a bit of a dive, yeah.
A bit, but they turned into him a little as well. It's going to be 6 of one, half a dozen. Yeah, turned in a little bit there. That's a really, really tough corner at the best of times in a GT3, or can be side by side. pretty scary, to be honest.
It's not a corner that you would send it, so I would put this on Blaine Hall. Like, you don't send it in there. There's other places to overtake.
It's a tricky one because, you know, as they went into it, he was more or less alongside. So I understand it, but it's a very, very dangerous corner. That's for sure. Because it seems wide and then it doesn't all of a sudden, you know? Like, it's a difficult corner, that one. Alvarado comfortably, I wouldn't say comfortably, but has led the race from the start in the GT4 class.
Oh yeah, Chris Turner making a mega job with his car. With a Lexus that he doesn't really drive.
I know, up 8 seconds. So Kentaya has made up some ground, about a second so far. 10 minutes to go, so he's really... Turner will have to make some kind of mistake, I think, for this to become a major issue. Here is...
Do you have interesting? Dylan Zawa's making a challenge into Nikki Kuhut.
Aha, yes, he is indeed. Here we go. So here's Sauer in the Ginetta, right up behind Kohout's Aston. And we'll see as they go into this chicane. Nice line from both of them.
The Ginetta super good into tight corners, so I would say Dylan has kind of an advantage.
And then I'm assuming that Kohout's Aston will pull away a little bit on the straights.
Yes, sir.
So
it has awful straight line.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what as this unfolds. We'll keep an eye on that one. Here's Lukey in the Porsche. He's got Groom about 3 seconds back right now, so 9.5 minutes to go in race number 1. Here's Bruce cruising around, and he's got Barris behind him, who's had some issues in the Maserati. Oh, a drive-through penalty just flashed up for Groom.
Eric Groom. Track limits, I think?
It must be. Must be a track limit drive-through. So he'll have 3 laps to get that done.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Kohout, but yeah, that gap between 1, 2, and 3 obviously became a gap between 1 and 2. So here's Groom serving his drive-through. Hits the pit limiter. And we'll watch him make his way through the pit lane for a nice close-up of that Maserati for you, if you're so inclined. Race leader in the GT3s. Oh, as the camera plays catch-up, Chris Turner in the Lexus. Solid drive.
Solid. He's always rock solid with his consistency.
Is he the same? Now, I know you've teamed up with him in iRacing. Does he have much the same?
He is the best guy to have in an endurance because he very rarely makes a mistake. He's like very good. Very good. I'm blessed to have him in my team most of the time.
Yeah, and that's it. It's something I've noticed ever since I joined the community that, because there were many races in the past where we were in a similar position on track, and getting past him is tricky because he's very, very consistent.
Oh yeah. Like, he may not be the fastest guy on the grid, but definitely one of the most consistent.
And that will get you places, as we all know.
Ooh.
Yep.
Especially in endurances.
The Kentaya has opened up a 5.5 second gap to Blaine Hall in the other Lexus, showing some signs of that skin on skin action with Chimilio. And Chimilio is trying to get back into it.
More like nose to rear.
Yeah, absolutely. Castro about 1.9 back from Alvarado now. So Alvarado with 7 minutes to go is looking to put this race to bed now. Though he is coming up on some traffic.
There is a battle. I don't know if it's worth highlighting. Eric Groom and Faris Said in the both left traps.
I see that, and Alvarado right behind them as we speak.
This might be fun.
This could be fun. Absolutely. Oh, there is some definite skin on skin there. A little contact between the two Maseratis. We'll flick over to Groom in the center of your screen there. Alvarado right up his backside. Excuse me.
Garrett's too interested in that blue flag. No.
Doesn't seem to be, and it is Multiclass Mondays. It's a fun community event, guys. So no, it's taken a lot less serious. Just keep that in mind.
They're probably cussing themselves in the chat.
Oh no, and there's contact, and Alvarado's lost the car. And that will allow Castro to go through into P1, and Alvarado, who's led the GT4 class for the entire race this far, gets into some contact with Groom as they were racing very carefully. I mean, blue flags, yeah. I mean, technically, but trust me, guys, this is more about the fun for these guys on a Monday.
They're having a good laugh on Discord, I'm sure.
Anything to make Monday more enjoyable, right, Tiago?
Yes.
Meanwhile,
they're not there for the prizes. They're there for the fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so is Saidi a lap down, by the way?
I think both of them are about to get a lap down.
Okay. I just wonder if he was already a lap down. Maybe not. Maybe not. So
no.
They're battling for position. So Groom and Saidi are battling for position. They've got Castro right behind them, who's trying to get past on a blue flag, and neither of the Maseratis want to concede that battle because they're in it.
He's wanting to be fair and not concede to him as well.
I know. It's a tricky situation. There's nothing worse than getting a blue flag when you're in a battle for position. It's an awful feeling. We've all been there at some point.
Oh, yeah.
You have to pull out of that chase that you're in, and it just feels awful. And you just hope that the guy in front of you gets held up just as much,
Yes.
So Castro, if he doesn't put a foot wrong from here with 4.5 minutes to go, you got to favor him for the race win in the GT4 class. Alvarado has dropped down to P4.
I want to see it again, to be honest.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Let me know when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Oh, meanwhile, Cantea has really closed the gap on Turner.
Oh, wow.
Only 3.8 seconds now. So that's a massive chunk of time. So whether or not Turner may have run wide a little bit, maybe somewhere, I don't know. Or has Cantea just had the hammer down the entire time? Not quite sure.
Cantea is the kind of guy that goes on a mission. When he stumps his foot, he can be very fast, and I mean very fast.
The gap back up to 4.2 seconds there. You can see, as the Lexus goes through the bottom of your screen, you see Cantea in the background. He does need to get past one of the GT4s. In fact, that's Alvarado. Meanwhile, Blaine Hall and Chamilio back on track together. Chamilio running wide as he's really trying to get his position back that he lost with that little bit of contact at the fast left-hander. And
I got the replay.
Oh, you got the replay. All right, let's take a look at what happened there for the GT4 race leader, which was Alvarado. Let's bring this up right now. This was what happened.
Did enter good, but I think he just lost the rear.
Just a little kick, yeah. Yeah, he followed him through, yeah, and then, oh man, that spinning across the track into the wall right by the tree there. Trying to get out of the way of the oncoming cars. Yeah, some damage for sure there, unfortunately. Side by side right now. Side by side as Chamilio looks to make a move on Hall. They go into the chicane. Lovely stuff there. And Hall manages to keep the position. Runs a little wide on the exit. That's going to enable the GTR to get right up behind. Oh, he's going to lose it at the rear wheel. And the GTR is off again into the wall. And Chamilio so close to getting that position back. Great stuff on track, though. And that probably will do it for that battle with 2 minutes to go. I will keep an eye on that, Tiago, because he's still not that far back.
But he probably caught some damage in that wall.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man, you know what?
Poor boy.
But way to make it back. You know, trying to make that interesting. Oh, the gap between Turner and Kante is back up to 9 seconds. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe could have been something on the broadcast. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so let's check in with your race leader in GT4, Castro, 3.7 seconds ahead of Kohout. As you see Kohout come over the hill in the Aston, the Ginetta right behind him as well of Sauer. So interesting battle for P2 and 3. Here is the Ginetta right up behind Kohout as they come onto the back rear part of the track up the hilltop. And let's see if Sauer can get close enough. Has a little look, not close enough.
I don't think Ericsson is interested in giving anyone space on blue flag.
A stop go 20.
20.
It says SG20 for Groom.
Okay,
That may
you
be a
guys have
cut.
the final lap now. Give it all you can.
I would
Final
say
lap.
that she can.
Final lap, guys, in race 1. We are on the final lap. As Kenteo makes his way past the Ginetta, he's going to split the two. Oh, no, and the Ginetta takes out Kenteo.
Not again.
Sauer and Kenteo come together. Ah, man, on a blue flag situation. It's all happening tonight. Skin on skin. All over the place. You gotta love it, Alves. You gotta love it.
You know when you said like the Paul dropped 9 seconds?
Yes.
Same person, same kind of incident.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, something had to have gone down. So Sauer will rejoin the track now, just behind Lukey. So Lukey will gain a position out of that, or a couple of positions out of that. Chris Turner making his way around the track for the last time. So we're going to keep an eye now, guys, on the finishes that everybody is doing. As we flick to Helicam for a second. So Turner never looked back, Thiago. He never looked back.
No.
Incidents at the start of the race on turn 1 between Cantea and Chamilio, wasn't it? Or Hall?
It was Blaine Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an incident there. And here is Chris Turner crossing the line then, guys, to take P1 in the GT3. Cantea is currently P2. He has a stop go 20 as well. So they're going to get time added on at the end of this for incidents that they've had. What would cause a stop go 20?
Cuts. Normally,
Cuts.
if the guy cut the chicane whole and like don't even brake, just go straight.
Gotcha.
It's a SG20.
Blaine Hall is going to... Looks like he's going to come home in P3 in the GT3s with Chamilio hot on his heels again. Some unfortunate lose in the GTR when he was so close. Look at the front of Hall's Lexus there. The bonnet, as we say, is like hanging up. Massive gap there. But P3 for Hall, P4 for Chamilio. Louis Castro, who hung on behind Alvarado for the most of the race, took advantage when Alvarado lost that KTM, and Castro takes P1 in GT4. Kohout, indeed, takes P2. So despite that incident a little while ago there, he did make it through. And Lukey is the beneficiary of some incidents there and will take a podium P3 in the GT4 class. Alvarado, after leading for like 17 minutes of the race, unfortunately comes in P4 in the KTM, as he would say. You love to see it. Dylan Sauer in P5 in the Ginetta. Bruce Hopkins P6 in the GT4 class in the Porsche. Good drive from him. Miller P7. And then Saidi and Groom P8 and P9. And Saidi's not in the lobby right now. Groom is. The track's spinning around. I'm not sure what's going on there. Where is Groom? Oh, there he is. He's up on the embankment. Not quite sure what he's doing up there, but there you go. What do you do?
Heidi is back.
What do you do? Let's have a look here at the chat. So I went off on the fast left and ate the tire. Well, yeah, we saw a lot of incidents there. Your wheel was centered like 15 degrees to the right. Yeah, great.
Side by side Blaine into Oulton's never a good idea. Don't do
It's
that.
a tricky one, Blaine. That side by side there. Yeah. Love it to watch. Yeah, it's good fun to watch, right? When there's a lot of ins. I thought we could do that side by side. It's a really, really dangerous corner to side by side there, Blaine. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one. We looked at the replay. The replay. Spinala.
Polkan God spellers go with Polkan there.
Yeah.
Had his fair share of Spinala this race.
He did, yeah. He had a few spins there.
As I always say, he's as much of a prick as he's fast, so you guys watch out.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That was some good racing in that one though. I have to say. Tiago, would you mind doing the honors for a moment whilst I take care of a couple of things this end?
Oh, of course I do. Please do.
I'm gonna switch the cameras over to. Oh, you know what? I could just switch it to your view. How about that?
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Amazing.
Let's do that. That would be this one. I'm going to leave you guys with Tiago for a couple of minutes. I will be back.
Sounds absolutely amazing.
Down with Italy.
Yes, sir. As expected, I may say, guys, probably the Maserati lovers, there are not many people, are going to cuss me, but both Maseratis are both last place in the race. So, yes, don't be surprised. This is a common happening. Chris Turner also once again showing that consistency is key. Ferris 80, as we say, do his normal thing, try to do donuts on the pits, and he's probably going to come back and pass the whole line at full speed, scaring the crap out of people. Dave, you had a rough race. Oh. Oh. And as always, second race, probably, if they are feeling frisky, it's a reverse grid, which they probably will. At night, so there's also the challenge of getting the pressures right. It's normally a huge drop in temperature. It was 26, now it's 18. Track was 30 something, is like 18 as well. So keep an eye on that. Victor Leite, I do know you better not to read this, either in Portuguese or English. Wink! Where there ain't no rain on Mondays, we don't do that. I think they killed themselves enough in the dry, so we just let them have it. As they will. I think right now, Eric Groom has a killer count bigger than a sniper, so keep an eye on that as well. Nicolas Alvarado was murdered, as the British would say. He was murdered. So he may be throwing something back at Groom at some point, I would expect.
30 seconds.
If you guys only know the amount of laughs and fun that they have on the gotcha. The amount of laughs they have on the Discord voice chat, you guys don't even imagine. It's just such a joy to be in there. I highly recommend for whoever is not there to join it and really experience that because it's super good. It's like super good. So they are going into the night race, and I see a missed spot on the grid. Who's not on the grid? Someone's starting from the pits? Oh, Luke starting from the pits. What's happening? What happened? And as they are trying to do a reverse grid, as called, they
All
are
right.
doing a reverse.
I am back. So reverse grid, Tiago, is that what you were saying there?
Yes, sir. They are trying to do a reverse grid as we speak.
All right. Nice. So we'll let the guys figure that out, as always.
Yes, sir. So Nicolas Alvarado should be down to dead last, I would imagine.
I want to see turn 1 again because we had some spice there. We had some spice there. Where is bloody turn 1?
I'm sorry?
I gotta find turn 1 first. Okay, over here.
Yes.
Here we go. Drone cam, guys.
2 Maseratis will be on the front rows of the GT4s.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take a good look at turn 1. So Oulton Park at night, it's just as sad as it was in the day. Everybody's still sad and upset. You can just feel it in the air, Tiago, you know?
No, I can't. Like, people are happy because they got into the finals. And they did an amazing run against some good teams like Dinamarca.
Yeah, great.
Denmark.
Yeah, it was great. My wife told me once that English people, such as myself, can't say something's great without it being sounding sarcastic. Like, no, everything's great. You know? I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
It's great. No, that's great. It just, you know what I mean? Like, it always sounds sarcastic, no matter how you say it as an English person, but what are you going to do? So they are sorting out their reverse grid on the formation lap, as we know. So it'll be Chimilio. Actually, no, they're still not quite there yet. Oh, mind you, the overall is not going to show us, is it? It's not going to show us. All right, they're coming round to the
last turn.
So we'll see them approach the start finish. Let's see if we get any more skin on skin in turn 1.
You can bet on that, sir.
Maybe. Here they come. The light will go green, and off they go. Chimilio leading the way this time. We'll be hoping for a more incident-free race as they all come through turn 1 pretty cleanly that time. And we go over to Groom. Here is Chimilio leading. Oh, that's not.
Dead.
Who did we lose? Oh, Chimilio went off. Yeah, through a barrier there as well. So losing control of that GTR doesn't seem like it's very handy or very easy to handle, I should say.
Groom has died along with some. Oh, someone straight on the kink and into the wall.
Someone went straight. Who was it?
Oh.
We'll have to bring up the replay for that. Oh, is it Hopkins?
It's
Yeah,
like
it's Bruce. Yeah, it's Bruce. Bruce straight. He's going to go through that gap in the wall, and we'll take a look here as Blaine Hall takes the lead in the GT3s from Chris Turner and Kentea. So 3 of them going to be pretty close together for the next couple of laps, you would think. Let's see how that unfolds. Elsewhere on track, Chimilio is working his way back up through the field. He has, in fact, got in front of the GT4s. And we'll see what happens there.
I got Bruce's replay if you want.
Yep, we'll have a look in that set. So Faris Saidi in the lead in the GT4 category right now. Let's bring up the replay. Oh, Faris, just as I said that, went off into the wall. Commentator's curse strikes again. Here is the replay, courtesy of Tiago Alves.
Too greedy on the throttle and he goes.
Bruce, yeah. Once you're on that grass, you just cannot stop. It's so difficult to stop the car there. Society with some pretty major damage to the front end there. Sauer goes past him on the inside. And
there's also Groom. Groom died hard on the first lap.
Feel free to bring the replay up of that. He is in the pits right now, just backing up a little into his pit box. So it looks like Groom's gone in for repairs in the Maserati. Kentea, meanwhile, has taken the lead. And, Hall's dropped back to 4th overall. So Hall must have had an issue. So we're going to have a look at that. If you want to bring up Groom's replay, let me know when that's ready. And then we'll try and find Blaine Hall. You got that? Okay, let's bring that up on the side-by-side cam. So here, keep an eye on Groom. He's in the turquoise Maserati. Little bit left there.
Goes the Ginetta tries to be greedy on the kink.
Oh, and the ACC physics strike again. Because a little side-by-side contact ends up with them in the wall. And So Cantea off in P1 with a 1.7 second lead over Chris Turner in P2. So Turner looking to have his second strong race in a row.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chimilio. He just got straight on the on turn.
Have a look for what happened to Hall. He was leading the race and in lap 2 there. So something happened. It dropped him down. He is back up to P3. So Kohout now leading the GT4s from Alvarado and Castro. So those three are also up and running in a bit of a battle. Castro and Alvarado trying to reel Kohout in. Let's see how this battle goes. Kohout couldn't quite reel them in race 1. Oulton Park at night is not something I've done. Never. Never, never, never.
Oh, and
What do we got?
that's the case that killed Mr. Blaine Hall.
Oh, you found that one? Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Alrighty. Here's the replay. Here's what happened to Blaine Hall when he was leading the race. So,
Going straight
turn 1.
to main straight. Yeah, main straight. He didn't see anything as breakpoints.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know the track, he did say he'd never driven the track before today. So if you don't know the track at Oulton, that could be a tricky corner right there.
And a slight bad rejoining there. God.
The GT4's Alvarado flashing away at Kohout in front of him there, as you can see. Watch for the headlights to be turned off as well, maybe at some stage. I know he likes to do a bit of that as well. Get some mind games going.
Yes. You may see some flashlights being turned off.
You might, yeah.
Blaine on the pits. Maybe some good damage.
Blaine into the pits for some repairs, probably from that incident. Maybe the car a little too hard to handle with that damage. Castro just dropping back a little bit. So Kohout and Alvarado in a battle for P1 and 2 in the GT4 class. Meanwhile, Chimilio working his way back through the field once more. And yeah, not a very well lit track, Oulton Park. So
Nope.
you really got to concentrate. Oh, Alvarado runs a little wide on turn 1 there. Didn't cost him too much time though.
Just so you guys know, a GT4 is getting podium right now.
Yeah,
Overall
Kohout
podium.
P3 overall at the moment. You'd think that would change. You can see the GT3 of Chimilio in the background there as he starts to carve his way through the GT4s. In fact, here he is behind Sauer in that Nissan GTR. What a good looking car that is.
Oh yeah, GTR's very dangerous, but it's as dangerous as it's pretty. It's a very pretty car.
Yeah, round the hairpin. Looks like he's a little off pace, so maybe the damage causing him some top end issues.
I would assume, like, if you get understeer with this car, it's pretty much over. You have nothing left.
Just flick to Turner there. We've done a few commentator curse moments so far this evening, which is always a good time. Is Alvarado still hunting down Kohout. So this is the closest. Actually, there is one more battle on track that's close. Luki and Saidi. Oh, and just as I say that, Saidi's off again in the grass. Commentator curse strikes once more. I'm on a roll. And that's an Italian car spinning off into the grass. You love to see it. You love it. Sorry, Faris, but, you know, what can I say?
Cheers, boom.
Spinala, absolutely. More sound effects are coming, by the way. I'm working on the skin on skin one. I'm going to do a few different versions of it. We'll go through it. We might do like a low-key one, a more excited one. Let's see what happens. So Groom on track, but he's a lap down, right? Yeah, he must be a lap down because he went in for repairs. So Kohout and Alvarado make their way through. Blue flags being waved. And Kohout, Alvarado, and Castro. Yeah, Alvarado really looking. This is the closest battle here. Has a look on the inside with that KTM.
Ferris lost again.
What's that? Say that again.
Ferris lost it again.
I know. It happened right as I flicked to him again.
Ugh,
Blaine
hate
says
this
he
down.
despises this track.
Yeah, he had 3 minutes of damage in that T1 instant.
Stop saying his name, says Victor. No more Farisaidi. I can't say your name on stream because about it. Oh, look at this battle here between the two GT4s at the front, and Castro's using this battle to close the gap, which is something that can happen when two people are battling. Alvarado has a look on the outside. Exciting stuff here at the GT4 podium positions.
Have a look. No, he got grass.
Yeah, Kohout holding on well despite the pressure from Alvarado in that KTM. And as Kohout looks in his mirror, all he's going to see is two massive pink blobs.
Yes, pink blobs.
Yeah, right in his mirrors.
Yeah, I do know that the KTM looks like Porygon from Pokemon.
It looks like a future car. Oh, somebody off into the wall in the background there. I don't know who that is, but I just saw a pair of headlights going straight into a wall. So if you can figure out who that was, I'd love to know.
I will.
It was, yeah, just in the background there. So these three putting on a really good show right now. You've got 3 tenths separating 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. So really, really exciting battle, this one. And Alvarado seems to be making most of his time up in that middle sector through the fast left into the hairpin, and then Kohout seems to be able to just pull away a little bit towards the end of the lap. It's all gonna...
Remember that guy that went straight in T1?
Yes.
He may have done it again.
Oh, it was Blaine. Okay, gotcha. Is that just because of the lights, Blaine?
I will think so. Because the breaking point's a fence on the left, and you barely can see.
You can barely see it at night. Yeah, it is a tricky one. It's a tricky. Do you want to show the replay of that, Tiago, or no? Should we save him?
Can just throw it.
It is fun Mondays, guys. Just remember that.
Threw it in, and
the name is Mud.
And he go.
Oh, hang on 1 second here, because Alvarado's on the inside. This could be dangerous. No skin on skin as they go into the last corner, really. I think that's the last corner. This kink in the road counts as a turn, but Alvarado makes it through. So Alvarado gets past with a better exit on that last right-hander, and Alvarado will take P1. And can he hold on this time? One collision towards the end of race 1 cost him a podium. He ended up P4, so looking to win race number 2 in the GT4 class. Kohout in P2 with Castro right behind him.
That's a good battle to watch.
Definitely. Really putting on a show in the GT4s tonight, as we thought they might. Cantea out in front by 3.5 seconds from Chris Turner at the front of the GT3s. The other GT3s, Chamilio's car must have some issues because he's... as I say that, I flick to him and he slides off the track into the grass, and the commentator strikes again.
You are powerful tonight, sir.
I know, I'm feeling the energy. Feeling the energy.
Those GT3s can't get to the top of the field because they keep spinning on your board.
Absolutely. Somebody feel free to play Binala. There it is. Thank you. You love it. P4 right now in the GT4s. Dylan Sauer, currently 3.3 seconds back from a podium position, looking to close that in as the front three battle it out. So, and you can see there, he's not that far away. So we'll keep an eye on that time, because if he closes that down to a second or so, things could get really spicy in the GT4s. We've got...
GT3 became a two-man race, so let's just forget them.
We did. We got Bruce down here. So from about P8 overall down, there's some... P7 overall down, maybe. There's definitely been some off-track incidents. So here's Bruce. He's in P6 in the GT4s. Miller in the Alpine. We've not seen much of him tonight. He's been sneaking along there in the Alpine. So he's currently in P7.
Oh! Who ran wide? I think Nick ran wide. Nick's out of the battle.
Uh-oh. So Chameleo's pitting in, presumably for some repairs. So Nick... Yeah, here's Nick. He dropped out of P2. He's now in... He is in P3, but he has Sour right behind him. So, unfortunate for Kohout there. That means Alvarado and Castro will continue their epic battle from race 1.
And Nick Kelhout dropped out of a battle and fell right into another. Because
Yeah.
I don't think Zauer's gonna rest. He's going to attack.
Yeah, and here he is. Sour right behind him. Right behind him. So, let's see Jeanette getting a little loose there.
That's loose.
Oh, taking a little bit of grass.
So did Aston.
Yep. Sour, you can tell, is pushing that Janetta, trying to take advantage of that. See how the exit is onto the start straight. Still a little bit of a gap there for him to work on, about 4/10. See if he closes this down.
On the straight, the
Oh, the Aston catches the inside curb at turn 1, goes wide. That's all the room Sour needed. And Sour gets through into the podium positions into P3 in the GT4s. So another error there from the Aston. And
he gets a GT3 visit.
he does get a GT3 visit, and that is Blaine Hall out on track, separates the two. So he went in for some repairs. He's going to try and work his way now past. Oh, Kohout had to hit the brakes late and went off into the gravel. And both Hall and Sour will creep away from that. After that, Castro 2/10 behind Alvarado. So what great driving from Castro tonight. Hung on in race 1 and took advantage to win. And then right up behind Alvarado again with 9 minutes to go, or just under 10 minutes to go, I should say, in this GT4 battle.
What a streak of bad luck in a sequence to Nick, like 4 or 5 off tracks, like in a row. Maybe his stars are toast?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. This is a really, really good battle here between Alvarado and Castro. Both driving their socks off. And...
elbows out.
Yep.
Careful.
See what happens. Somebody in the pits there. Show who that... Oh, we got 2 cars off to the side. They're not in the pits. They're just off the side. It's Groom.
Number 41.
And Saidi.
Saidi. Yes.
Saidi and Groom, both of them just... Yeah, they've I guess they've pulled out of the race, or they're waiting for traffic to go by. I'm not sure what they're up to. Yeah, they're moving again. Looking to have a battle on track, yeah.
18. And they are gone.
Here is Alvarado. Now that GT3 has separated Alvarado and Castro. So the GT3 makes its way around the outside. Alvarado not doing everything he can not to lose any time. Castro trying to take advantage of that blue flag situation as they come into the chicane there.
Number 9 yellow flag. What happens? Chris Turner yellow flag. That's a new one.
Turner with a yellow. Oh, yeah, he's off track right now as I flick to him.
Press hard.
Something happened. He goes through a sign. The sign goes flying and lands perfectly in the middle of the track. And then he rejoins with no one else around him. So, yeah, not quite sure what's happening there for Turner. Maybe equipment related? Who knows?
I would figure, yeah. Let me take the...
Oh, there's Lukey running off wide there just as Kantea made his way past him. I think that's probably a missed braking point there because of the darkness, maybe. Again, Oulton Park at night, not something I've ever attempted. Yeah, it must be a fun one. Must be a fun one.
Turner lost in a very unusual way. I would say equipment, yes.
Turner is into the pits. Do you want to show a replay of that?
Yes, I can.
Just give me the word.
Just do it.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, there you go. So here is Turner. He was in P2. He's still in P2, but he's in the pits right now.
pretty much in a straight. The car
Oh,
balances, and
yeah, odd one.
I would say equipment, yeah. And then
Equipment
kills because
or attacked by his kittens. I mean, there you have to factor that in. That could have been a cat strike right there, with a yellow flag right on track where they are now.
oh, poor man. Oh, that's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Who is that on the hairpin?
Happen. 1 second.
Somebody on the hairpin there with the yellow.
Number 18, number 3.
Chamilio.
Number 3, Shmilio. Let me
Yeah.
see what happens.
You have a look at that as we.
Oh, that was the replay. Do it.
Replay. All right, here we go, guys. This is what happened to Chamilio. So he's coming down. He does the fast left.
Yes.
Lose
and
it.
He finds
Oh!
quickly.
All right. Note to self: that barrier has 0 give to it, guys. Keep that in mind next time you're racing at Oulton Park, especially at night
Not
time.
as soft as it looks. Not
No.
as soft as it looks. Ugh. That's a dead right there.
Yeah.
This car's done.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And he, I assume, will teleport to the pits. Maybe he's driving to the pits. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Let's see where he is. Oh, he's back on track. Doesn't look like he can turn the car very well. I hope he's heading for the pits. Let's see if he. And yeah, there he goes into the pits. We'll keep an eye
He
on.
made that not so good rejoin on the track after the kill.
Alvarado and Castro. What a race they put on in race 1 and 2. 5 minutes to go. Alvarado will be looking to hold on and win this race. Obviously, one collision towards the end of race 1 cost him in the first race of the evening. Castro following him through, hanging on 4/10. And he closes it up, and then it opens up again. So, yeah, really great driving. Great race between these two this evening. Turner and Chamilio both in the pits right now. Maybe retirement. I'm not sure. We'll see if they go back on track.
So. Turner's on the pits, probably not coming back.
Meanwhile, Groom and Saidi engaged in their own personal battle between the Maseratis. And as you can see there, as they battle away with each other, they're both 3 laps down, I believe. So, due to various issues. So they're just having their own little Maserati battle. Groom running wide there. And Paris will probably slow up and wait for him. Yep, there you go. So those two are just having a little one-on-one practice on track.
Shimilio did get out of the pits, but he got an SG30 doing
Oh, speeding in the pit lane for Chamilio, something I'm very familiar with myself, as most people know, and like to point out.
You did it once, man.
So,
Not so
3 GT3s finishing down the order overall from the GT4s. Huge effort by the GT4s tonight.
Chris Turner also out of the pits.
Yep. Blue flag is up as Kentea separates Castro and Alvarado now. And Alvarado trying to use it as an advantage to open up some more room. 3 minutes to go. Kentea, a little flash of the lights. Blue flag. Oh! This is what cost him last time. Oh, little contact, some skin on skin. But Alvarado makes it through the chicane anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These guys on a Monday, I tell you. There's Kentea. Oh! Zooms past, cuts across. Almost took the nose off of that KTM, and I'm so close to being more skin on skin right there. And Castro now back right up behind Alvarado. He's trying to use that whole section of shenanigans in his favor. Kentea. It is shenanigans. Absolute shenanigans.
We may see 2 GT4s in podium overall. That is awesome.
We may, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, I think it's a given at this point with 2 minutes to go. I can't see. Yeah, Hall's 3 laps down, so Jamilio and Turner must be around the same after their repairs. Castro trying to have a look. We're going to stay with this battle, guys. It is by far the closest battle on track, and a minute 40 seconds to go. Not sure Castro can reel him in. Just under a second gap between them, and he has a GT3 of Chimilio behind him, the Nissan GTR.
I know it's a garbage can, but I feel like Manito, Mr. Little Hands, Nicolas Alvarado can be fast with any car, like
Yep.
even the Maserati maybe.
Yep. A stellar drive so far in race 2 for Alvarado.
As Chimilio do a not so clean pass on the GT4.
Oh, yeah, it's Castro off track. Off track. Bring that replay up there, Tiago. Let's have a look at that. What happened there? I think it was just a culmination of the traffic. So Castro's going to have to settle for P2 in race 2, but P1 in race 1. So a really good evening racing for Castro.
Yes, I got it.
All right, man. The leader is on the final.
You got it?
Give it a final.
Alrighty. Here's the replay of that. So it was...
Do a dive. Lewis respects too much. And he probably exits eager because he sees his rear mirror and just goes.
Yeah, that corner's really can be tricky.
Oh.
Can be a very tricky corner, that one. Switch back to here. You see you've got Alvarado. He's bringing it home. One of the Lexus. One of the Lexi.
Sorry, Alvarado's doing what?
Just, oh, now he's got Castro right behind him. So they're back. Do you think he eased off or no?
Let me see. Did he get an off track as well?
Not sure.
Did Chimilio did the same thing? It's possible.
Potentially. Yeah, I said Alvarado will bring it home, right? I did say that, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. I didn't even put it 2 and 2 together. Fucking hell. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well done. Well done. Well done.
Yeah. I can't miss those, man.
Someone's got to bring it home. I'll tell you. Someone's got to. Castro having a little look on the outside, so at least it's made for an exciting end to this race. Kentaya cruising to victory in the GT3 category in race number 2. So he's taken that, and we're going to stay here because this battle is the closest. Yeah, let me know if Alvarado did go off. Chimilio has been disqualified for not honoring the stop go 30, I would guess. Oh my goodness, Kentaya takes out a bunch of people. What just took place there?
The leader has finished the race.
Yeah, I caught Alvarado, but do you prefer the
Castro made it past Alvarado at the end, and then Kentaya sent Miller flying. I don't even know what happened at the end there, guys. I don't even know what happened there. Can you, Tiago? Can you figure that out?
Yeah, I'll forget the Alvarado thing because I'm so curious to see what did the sprint do.
So you need to go back to before the last corner for and be on board with Castro and or Alvarado. Like, have a look at, not on board, but show those guys, because Castro got past Alvarado somewhere there, and then when they crossed the line, it all went a bit crazy. It's not showing that they finished the race for me. I'm so confused right now.
Paul is doing something odd. He's barely stopped and he didn't finish the race.
Right. Oh, so they have to do another lap.
What is wrong with this man?
All right, I'm heading to you. Let's have a look here. So here's Castro. Can you show how Castro got past Alvarado? Because I'm pretty sure that was an actual move he made. Yeah, look at that. Alvarado run a little wide. Yes. Castro snuck through on the inside on the second to last lap.
But look at Paul, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Alvarado won.
They had to do another lap because Kente hadn't crossed the line. And then he crossed the line afterwards. So they are still... Alvarado is still going to win the GT4 class right now, in fact. He's about to cross the line. So he crossed the line. Alvarado does indeed take P1. Louis Castro will take P2 in the GT4s. Meanwhile, Nick Kohau, I am sorry, takes P3. Podium for him, which kind of went unnoticed because of all the chaos that was going. And Lukey in P4. Dylan Sauer in P5, Hopkins P6, Miller P7, Sadie P8, Groom P9, and in the GT3s, Kante with the easy win. And then Turner and Hall will take the podium positions, but overall 9th to 10th. Lots of damage, lots of collisions, lots of skin on skin in that race.
Whoa. Wow.
Good stuff, Tiago.
Oh, look at the chat, Milo. Maybe you shouldn't look at the
Yeah, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to myself.
Nope.
Not doing it to myself. No. Can't see that. Could spell it. Don't know what that means. Don't care what that means. Goodness me. Goodness me. Will honestly.
Oh my God. That's so... Yeah, he's a prick. Don't expect anything
I
less
just,
or more.
you know,
He's a prick.
like I'm just gonna play a song, an apt song.
Oh my God. Grande lavoro.
Familiar faces. I'm so sad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but it's okay. It's coming wrong. Oh my God, stop, you prick. What is wrong with you?
Well, guys,
Morning.
that was Multiclass Monday. 2 25-minute races at Oulton Park. Despite my sadness, it was fun. Tiago, it was a pleasure to be alongside you as always.
It's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you a lot. I thank you for having me once again. People at home, have a wonderful week. Thank you for everything and take care of yourselves and each other.
Yep, absolutely, guys. This has been New World Sim Racing. I'm Milo the First. That was Tiago Alves. We'll see you again next Monday. Have yourselves a wonderful evening.
Take care, beautiful people.